admiring your handiwork?
Touring the riot scene. Gravely assessing the devastation. Upstanding mayor stuff.
You're not the mayor.
Things change.
What do you want?
Ah, the direct approach. I admire that in a man with a mask. You don't really think you'll win, do you?
Things change.
Hello everyone, welcome to Command Center Reviews. I am David.
I'm Jeremy.
And I'm Jacob.
And today we're going to continue with the DC Multi-Universe Tim Burton Batman inspired figures with my favorite Batman villain of all time, the Penguin. Comments on Danny DeVito's Penguin?
Probably the best penguin I've ever seen.
He's so beautiful.
No.
Not at all,
really?
actually.
Leave.
No, he's just
He's the reason I love the Penguin as much as I do. He was the first Penguin I ever saw, so I just thought like that's how the Penguin was this grotesque, mutated character, and then like
he can hear you.
right. And like this very sympathetic monster. And then when I saw like the '60s show and I saw like an accurate representation of more of what the Penguin was like, I was like, that's not right.
That's not,
He has fingers. Why does he have fingers? You're doing it wrong. But yeah, Tim Burton completely did his own thing with the Penguin, did his own design, changed the backstory up a little bit, and this is one of the situations where I feel like it worked in the movie and benefited the movie. I know a lot of times when they change things from the comics, fans go crazy, and a lot of fans do hate Batman Returns.
I don't care.
And a lot of fans hate that the Joker killed Batman's parents in the first movie too, but I thought that made the movie better.
that kind of...
I mean, it made the movie better, but it was like a really odd decision on Tim Burton's
If it
part.
makes the movie better, then I don't really care.
It added
but if you
another,
change
like-
something and you change it, makes
Go ahead.
and you make it worse, then I have a problem with it. But
It like rounded the whole movie out, like it all connected in the end.
exactly.
Which,
so I thought
which
it was
I
cool.
understand was a good decision on
You wouldn't even
Tim
have the
Burton's
glasses, would you?
Right. Anyways, we've moved on from
Okay.
that movie.
That movie was last week.
But speaking of Danny DeVito's Penguin, I really liked him as the Penguin because when I watched the movie, I don't see Danny DeVito like you would see like any other actor. You know, I just see this guy that's the Penguin. Like it's not an actor. That's the real guy. Like they just found this guy walking down the street. It's like, hey buddy, make a movie.
He was absolutely perfect.
Oh, without
absolutely
a doubt.
perfect for the role.
Mm-hmm.
And
like even when we just watched the backstory. Behind the scenes kind of
Blu-ray.
stuff, yeah, and even just looking at Danny DeVito and like seeing how he acts or how he talks like to or about the Penguin, there is like just a serious like difference and almost just complete the whole manner of how Danny DeVito acts as the Penguin and versus how he actually is, and that's great. Going along with what Jake said, just the fact that you can get this completely different person from an actor is just so great, and I really like how Danny DeVito was able to do that. It was just really awesome.
And I like how Paul Dini actually pointed out in that special we just watched, kind of like this parallel between Burton's Batman and Burton's Penguin, how one of them was scarred because of their parents, which is Batman, his parents' death, and then the other one is scarred because of their parents, because he's abandoned. Yeah, by
Because and by, that was really
right. Yeah, I messed
wording.
it up.
Whatever.
But it's a really cool parallel in the movie, and
Different paths.
it's my favorite live-action Batman movie. I kind of like I'm obsessed with this movie. But
I don't know, dude. Batman Forever. Hands
Quit
down,
it.
best one.
Shut up.
Quit it. You can leave. The door is over there.
Sorry, guys.
although that movie isn't completely terrible, which is why it almost makes it worse because it had potential. Batman and Robin had no potential whatsoever.
Wow.
Terrible
How dare
movie.
You know very well that I have a Batman and Robin heart tattoo on my arm.
But something that almost makes Forever worse is the fact that you're watching it and you're like, this could have been good. This was so close. Anyways.
And just get lost and staring at the nipples on the suit, just like... Is this a movie?
Well, at least there wasn't a Bat credit card yet. That didn't come till Batman and Robin.
Oh.
All right. Well, let's take a closer look, whether you want to or not, at Danny DeVito's Penguin figure.
All right, and here we have the figure, and he is roughly the same size as Batman. He's what, about an inch shorter, just a little bit.
Yeah, that's actually one of the kind of unfortunate things about the figure. Let's start with a negative. I don't think he's
Like
actually.
Just wave to the crowd, Oswald.
Yeah, I'll get it. Sorry.
Yeah, one of the downsides I think about the figure is I don't think he's actually short enough compared to Batman and Catwoman.
No, which I mean would have made him a little harder to mold and everything because he would have been even smaller than this, which he's a small figure to begin with. But he's good for what he is.
Yeah.
He's really, really, really movie accurate. Even like the face and everything. You can guys see
The paint job is
and
astounding.
everything. It's
Yeah,
just-
get
it's
it close to the
great.
camera so they can see the paint job on the face.
Bring him in a lot closer.
Great.
He is really good. Try and get underneath the brim of the hat there. And
Amongst the three of them, I think he's by far the best figure, in my opinion.
he can hold this little umbrella that he comes with, which is really nifty. But it's really hard to get him, because any bump, you'll knock this out of there. He does move, his head moves a little bit, but it's like kind of, by his hair like restricts that shake. His shoulders move in and out and 360. He's got an elbow joint, and then his hands move. He does. I'm trying to figure out how his legs work. He has in it forward and backward, but kind of restricted by his trench coat here on his hips and a little bit of outward movement. His knees kind of bend. They're really, really like awkwardly straight when they're all the way straight. Like, I feel like he's gonna fall over.
I feel
And
like
then
he
his-
wasn't that flexible in the movie anyway.
I don't. He didn't need to be, but his like knee joints are really like that one is like really stiff, and now it's loose. Okay, whatever. But he is cool. His trench coat's flexible and everything.
It's like separate pieces, like even
Plastic.
the vest too. It's kind of stuck on there together, but it's like a separate piece that was glued on, which is pretty cool.
Yeah. Let's see underneath there how it's a rim.
Pinstripes on the pants.
Everything's really, really awesome. Pinstripes are molded in, and the texture on the outside of the coat even feels like actual like material that a trench coat would be, even though it's like plastic. It's just molded in a certain way that it like is texturized. And it's really
Leathery
awesome.
almost. I can't get over that head sculpt.
And then just the little umbrella. It's simple. It's two pieces that are pegged together, but it's neat. It adds a really cool effect to him standing on like a shelf or just chilling out.
It would have been nice if they had given him like that cool helicopter one
Just
he
about
had.
to bring that up. Like they should have had like at least like I understand that the black one's like, you know, what he would walk around, but it'd be pretty cool to have either the one that like he uses when he brings Max down to the sewers for the first time, splitting headache one with the hypnosis,
The
or
blind-
the flying one.
Yeah, and the
would've
flying
been
one
pretty
that he
cool, but
uses later in the movie.
You can understand why they would
Come on,
discontinue
the
the
machine gun.
Yeah, the
Oh, the
machine
machine
gun.
gun,
That
that's
is
a
such a
good
cool
one.
moment when he shoots down all of the microphones.
Why is there always someone who brings eggs and tomatoes to a speech?
Oh, yeah.
It's
good.
really awesome. He is really awesome.
Yeah, can't say enough good about this figure. They really did a great job. Final thoughts on the Danny DeVito Penguin.
Really awesome figure. I really like how much detail they put into this figure and how much effort. Like, it's really awesome.
Yes, agreed.
Excellent.
Excellent. This isn't a Wayne's World review. We almost got into this in the Batman one, though. And it's the fact that it's really nice to finally get a movie-accurate Danny DeVito figure, because in the original Kenner line, they just repainted an old Super Friends Penguin figure because I guess they thought he was too grotesque and that people wouldn't buy the figure. And now they don't even care. They're just like, we know you want this. So here it is.
They didn't realize there was a bunch of used out there in the world. It's like, I need that one.
Right. So this is the first time we've ever had a standard mass market Penguin figure. So
Which is awesome.
and they nailed it.
Oh,
They really did.
definitely. Like lots of other people, they do what those different custom figures?
I've seen customs. I think there's like I've seen a few kind of like weird ones on eBay, but nothing like easily accessible.
And it's not extremely expensive.
Right.
Which he was not hard or not easy to find, was he? When they were first out, or at least
no, I
This
paid.
story.
Okay, so these figures are like $10. I think they were $10.
Yeah.
And I paid. I looked. Me and you went everywhere. I remember we were
this
going.
was like a regular thing.
We were like going on regular
Like-
road trips, like every day. Like let's go to Cranberry, let's go to Monroeville, and like we'd go to all these Toys R Us's. Never would find him. So then finally we go to the con. I found both Penguin and Catwoman. $20. I think one of them was even 25. Bought them both for that much. Literally the next time I'm at Target, there's like 3 penguins, and I'm just like. Which, speaking of which, I was at. We said in our last video, you could probably find 1 million General Zod's.
Found some recently.
Yeah, there was. I went to Walmart the other day, and they have 3 General Zod's. They
I was
still
at Target.
have some of those.
I was at
ones.
Target. And they still have them, and they do like all their restocking too, and they still have them.
So if you're looking.
Completely forgot about that story.
It was literally like the next day. It was like
I think
I was just in the aisle. I was like, I can't. But I did care. But I did care.
excuse my dying.
Cares immensely.
Okay, so that's pretty much it for our show today. I hope you enjoyed it. Please like, comment, and subscribe with any memories of the movie, growing up with this movie, or any comments about the figure or questions. As always, this is Command Center Reviews. I'm David,
I'm Jeremy.
And I'm Jacob.
and we will catch y'all next time. Bye.
Underneath my
I will murder your face off.
Rella. Hey, hey. That's your
See what
fault.
you did?
That's your fault. You pushed me up. My knee went up. That's your fault. You should
See
be
what you
able to
did?
behave.